Good morning, students. As we have discussed our chapter Fiber to Fabric and we have discussed about the natural fiber wool. Today we are going to discuss about the other natural fiber, that is silk. What is silk? Silk is a fine, strong, soft and shining fiber produced by silkworm in making their cocoons. Silk is actually known as resham in Hindi. It is a strong animal natural fiber which is obtained from an insect, that is the silk moth. Silk is actually made up of what? Silk is made up of protein, and the culture of silkworm for obtaining the silk is known as sericulture. That is very important. So the sericulture means silk farming. India produces silk on large scale. It is an oldest occupation in India. The soft looking silk yarn is as strong as comparable thread of steel. Silk fibers are converted into silk yarn, which is used for making silk cloth. This silk cloth is then used for making saris and other dresses. No, now the question is, where are silk moth live? Means the silk cloth lives on the leaves of the mulberry plant. Mulberry plant is actually the shahtoot plant. The silk moth eat the leaves of the mulberry plant. Next is, what are the types of silk? Different type of silkworm produce different types of silk in term of luster and texture. Luster means shininess. For example, tussar silk, muga silk, kosa silk, etc. are produced by different types of silk moth. Mulberry silk, as I already told you, from the mulberry plants, is the most common silk moth. Okay, you can see in the figure the mulberry tree. Their fruit we can eat. Next is history of the silk. Means silk was actually discovered in China around 35,000 BC. 3500 BC. Silk became a prized possession because of its fine quality and luster. Originally, it was used by emperors only. It was through trade that silk spread to other parts of world. Over a period of time, silk was a staple item of trade during ancient time. Due to this, the ancient trade routes which link China to other parts of world are called silk routes. That is actually the part of the history. Now the main topic is, we obtained the silk from the silk moth. There are two types of silk moth, male and female silk moth. Now the question is, what is the life cycle of silk moth? Actually, silk moth is a kind of insect which resembles the butterfly. Means it is not a butterfly, but it is having the life cycle same as a butterfly, as well as it looks like a butterfly. Silk moth is not formed as such from the eggs directly. Means the silk moth passes through a worm-like stage called the larva or the caterpillar, which is also called silkworm. So the life cycle of silkworm pass through, the one is the egg, second is larvae, third one is cocoon, and fourth one is the adult moth. Means there are four stages in the life cycle of silk moth. Stage 1 egg, stage 2 larva, stage 3 pupa, stage 4 adult. Stage 1 egg stage. The female silk moth lays the egg. Okay. Second, after about the 14 days, eggs are hatched into larva. Means second stage is the larva stage. As the eggs are laid, they are become matured and they will become converted into larva. Larvae are also known as caterpillars. Stage 3, pupa stage, means these larvae, these small insects grow into larger by growing or eating the mulberry trees. That is the pupa stage. Fourth stage is the adult stage. The secrete means it is the mainly silk moth, means pupa secretes fibers made up of protein and weaves the fibers around itself completely, and this covering is known as cocoon. Means before coming to the silk moth stage, adult silk moth stage, there is one another stage, that is the cocoon stage. Cocoon means that will only just the starting stage of the silk moth. Okay, so the first stage egg stage, second larva, egg to larva come the 14 days, larva to grow into pupa, and pupa come to the cocoon and then into the mature silk moth. You can see in the figure that the female silk moth with eggs convert into larva, these small insects. Larva convert into the pupa having the outer covering shell. They are look like white shells, they are look like the white nuts. Then the cocoon or the pupa that will grow into it and then will develop into the adult silk moth. Okay, now how will you process the silk? Now the next question is, if the silk has been obtained from the silk moth, then it involves the following stages, that are the 4 stages. One is the rearing of silkworm, second is reeling, third one is dyeing, and fourth one is spinning and weaving. You can see in the figure also. One is the stage 1, rearing of silkworm. The female silk moth lays egg. Eggs are stored over a clean cloth or the paper strips. Then the eggs are warmed to a suitable temperature. Second stage involves the egg hatched into larvae. As I already told you, larvae are called as the caterpillar or silkworm. These silkworms are kept into the bamboo trays and feed on the mulberry leaves and grow in size. After 30 to 40 days, the silkworm stops eating and begins to spin cocoons. Cocoons is actually a outer covering. It get hardened because of exposure to air. Inside the cocoon, the silkworm develops into silk moth. Okay, means first stage is egg. We keep the egg over a cloth or the paper strips. Then we provide suitable temperature. Egg grow into the larvae. Then we keep these larvae on the bamboo trays and put some mulberry leaves over it, and then they will grow in size. After 30 to 40 days, their growth will become occurs and they are now known as cocoons. And when they expose to the air, their outer covering become hardens, and then after few days they will grow into a mature silk moth. This is very very important. You can see in the figure also. Okay, next is the reeling of the silk. Reeling means the cocoons are collected and then they get in sunlight or boiled or exposed to the steam. The silk fibers are separate out. Means the process of taking out the silk thread from the cocoon is called as reeling. Our purpose is to get the silk. Then how will we get the silk from the cocoons? We kept the cocoons in the sunlight, or we can boil it or expose to the steam. Means our purpose is to get to the adequate temperature. It is done by the machines. You can see in the figure also that one lady is boiling it, then removing the silk fibers or silk thread from it and use for making the saris. Next is the dyeing, third step, that is dyeing, spinning and weaving. Dyeing means we provide the different colors like red, blue, black, white to the silk fibers. Next is the spinning. Spinning means silk fibers are then spun into thread and woven into different types of silk cloth. Means we will make the cloth from the silk threads after weaving. You can see that the lady is making the spinning and weaving of the silk. Now the last very important question is, what is the use of the silk? Silk is a very costly fabric. This is used for weaving cloth, especially traditional dresses in India like sari, kurta, shawl, other wedding clothes. Silk had always been prized for its luster and fine quality. The countries which produce silk on a large scale are, the first rank is the China and second rank is the India. Okay, so what we have read, I am concluding it about the natural fiber silk. How is silk obtained? From the silk moth. Then the life cycle of the silk moth, it include 4 stages. Now the next topic is the rearing, reeling, weaving of the silk. Last is the use of the silk. Okay, thank you. If you have any doubt or any query, then either call me or message me. Okay.